I don't know. I don't know what to make of all of these situations. Pennsylvania man was bitten on the head by bear during attack in his garage. I have not read any of this. All I saw was the title. I'm like, another friggin' bear attack. Before I go any farther, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you would, well, I mean, you don't have to comment right now, but the like and the share would be a big one. If you could do that, it helps get this in the algorithm, helps get more people to see it, all that good stuff. I got to peddle it a little bit. I don't ask you guys for that stuff. I just try to get you good content. And I would really appreciate it if you guys could just hit the like button at least. And thank you very much. Danville, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania man says he was paying a lot. He's paying a lot more attention to his surroundings after a surprise attack by a bear in his garage of his home. John Schwartz, 60, and his wife Lori, 59, were watching TV at their home outside Danville on the evening of July 27th when he remembered that he had to turn off a hose he'd left running to fill an inflatable pool. So he walked into the two-car garage where the shut-off valve was located, learned that a bear had wandered in a minute earlier. The next thing he knew, he said that he was thrown against the shelving units, heard a growl, and immediately knew it was a bear. When he turned to flee, the bear bit him on the head. Holding his injured head, he stumbled back towards the house, but surveillance video later showed a second encounter with the animal. Thankfully, the bear didn't retaliate when I tripped over him, he told the Sunbury Daily Item. His wife, hearing a scream, met him at the door and quickly called 911 as he tried to stop the bleeding. Looking at the window while waiting for the ambulance, he saw a 250-pound, tall, thin animal ambling by their RV. At the hospital, doctors confirmed that his head injuries were superficial bite marks. His shirt, which had 2 large paw prints on the shoulders, was taken by a Pennsylvania game commissioner officer for DNA testing. The game commissioner also set up a trap baited with donuts to try to catch the animal. It was very understandable as to why it did what it did, John Schwartz told Wolf TV. I surprised it. It had one way out, and it was through me. Nowadays, however, he and his wife are much more careful around the home after dark. We look really well before we go outside, he said, especially around 8:30 or later. I'm cautious. Well, at least he was okay. The only thing I have to say to that is I would have come out. If I mean, he didn't come back out. He ran inside. He did what was right. He let the bear do its thing. But that bear, I'm sorry. If it's on my property and attacks me, it's done time. I say all the time, why does the animal have to be killed if it attacks? If it's on your property, I can understand it. It's one thing. If you're out and if an animal or a person attacks you on your property, even if I don't like the fact that, properties are moving more and more into the woods, if it attacks you on your property, you can defend yourself, obviously. I'm not against that. I'm just against when, you're out in the woods or out on a river or out on a lake or something, and you get attacked by an animal and people go out to find that animal that was not just, it didn't come onto your property. You went into its property. That's where I have the issue. Luckily, this guy was okay, but it's just another incident of, especially in Pennsylvania, Connecticut, there seems to be a lot of bears out there, bear encounters, I should say. Yeah, it's just another one of those situations where we keep on expanding into their zone and the interactions are going to keep on happening. Unfortunately for this guy, this time it ended up with a bite to the back of the head. Fortunately for this guy, it was just superficial, because there are people who recently have not been so lucky while dealing with even black bears. There was a guy in Arizona, that guy who literally dragged and killed off of his Porsche, but he was in the middle of the woods too. That's weird. Anyway. So yeah, be careful if you live in anywhere where there are bears that are living amongst people, especially over the next few months. For the next few months, they're going to be looking for food a lot because they got to get prepared for their hibernation. So you're going to see a lot more run-ins with them, a lot more hungry bears that are looking for food. And so I would just be mindful. Be mindful whenever you go outside, though. Of course. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the situation down below. And I'll see you on the next one. Keep it wild.